Building muscle isn't easy, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Dr. Rob Wildman, PhD in nutritional science, is here to teach you the 10 laws of building muscle.
I'm Dr. Rob Wildman with our 5th of 10 laws for building muscle. It's called Protein Up and Often. As a nutritionist, and I've been doing this for 30 years, one thing that I found going through school back in the 1980s, protein recommendations were really kept at a minimum. We recommended 0.8 grams per kilogram body weight. There was a school of thought at the time that anything more than that potentially put the kidneys and the bones at risk. Today we know that's absolutely not the case. We know that people who train hard to build muscle mass now need at least 1.5 to 2 grams per kilogram body weight, somewhere around 20% of their calories, and we consider that just to be the ante. One of the benefits of having protein right around that exercise session is it makes amino acids available, building blocks for that protein. It helps reduce muscle protein breakdown, and then it helps augment and increase muscle protein synthesis. So it's absolutely key. That response to training, that elevation in muscle protein synthesis, and to some degree muscle protein breakdown, can endure for 24 to 48 hours. Protein is absolutely vital throughout the day to create the right balance between the two so that synthesis is always higher than breakdown, or you minimize the differential so that your net muscle protein balance over a 24-hour period is positive. Only when that happens will you gain muscle over time. Small gains in muscle protein over time lead to big gains in muscle protein and muscle mass, size, strength. So how much protein is that right around a workout and other times during the day? At minimum, 20 to 25 grams of protein will help maximize muscle protein synthesis and really aid in that balance. But for more on that, go back to the 4th law on building muscle, which was think 24/7. Caloric intake is really important. In a situation where calorie intake is below your needs to maintain body weight, more protein is needed. More dramatic decreases in caloric intake increase protein needs even more. But you will reach a point that if your caloric imbalance is great enough, it will be very difficult to drive gains in muscle protein. The problems with that is that more and more of the protein that you consume get used for energy. So protein needs are higher for people that train, and then when you're in a caloric imbalance, those needs go even higher, above 2 grams per kilogram body weight. So when you look at dietary protein, does it all have to come from supplements and protein powders? No. Supplements and protein powders really just simplify the process. But those protein powders are coming from food. Whey and casein are coming from milk. So milk and dairy products like yogurt or liquid milk are great providers of protein. Meats, fish, and so forth will all provide, meat for example will provide 7 grams of protein for every ounce. Eggs are a great source, somewhere in that 6 to 7 grams of protein in a whole egg. Okay, if you use egg whites, count on about 3 to 4. For vegetarians, pea protein is a great source. There's potato, there's rice, there's soy protein. All are great protein options. You'll find all 10 laws for building muscle here on Bodybuilding.com. If you have any questions on this law, come to Twitter and see me, Dr. Rob Wildman, @TheNutritionDoc. For more information and great tips, keep coming back to Bodybuilding.com.